G'day Mick, welcome back to another update. Things changed a little bit since last time, Mick. We're looking a lot better in the mask than we normally do.
I'm going to fog up, I can see.
Well, as everyone's aware, there's quite a bit of change has happened all around the state, but particularly as it affects us, we thought we'd give all our members a quick update. Mick, I'll hand over to you for what it's done to golf.
Yeah, well, fantastic. Look, a lot of things have changed, obviously, and we're back to pretty well lockdown on golf, and we've introduced where we were back before, virtually from day one. So play will be in pairs only, so you can only go out in twos. There's only members only to play. Members can only book themselves in on the timesheet, so you can't book in pairs anymore. Timesheets will be opened up 4 days in advance only, and there's 8 minutes between each group, so hopefully we won't be able to catch each other playing in twos. You must maintain a minimum distance of at least 1.5 metres between yourself and your playing partner.
Mick, can I kick in there a bit?
Yep.
I've had a few, being the only one here packing up a bit of stuff today, there's been a couple helping, but I do notice how often members are walking along next to each other on the paths, next to each other in the fairways, and they're like, they could turn around and kiss each other, to be honest. You know, it's important to keep that distance, and that means at all times, not when you're coming through the clubhouse, not when you're leaving the clubhouse, but when you're out there, keep it out. I mean, they're finding people in the pubs, they're finding people, well, when the pubs were open, but it's something to be very careful of. If you want to keep open, and if we want to do the right thing, as we're all asked to do, keep that 1.5 metres while you're out there too.
Yeah, so definitely keep your 1.5 metres apart, guys. And I see some guys still trying to shake hands after rounds as well. So, let's cut all that out and just stay the 1.5 metres apart. And you don't know who's watching around here. It'd be tragic for this place to shut down completely and get fined. And they're pretty hefty fines at the moment. So, now the practice areas, guys, that's another thing too. They're pretty well out of play because of the 100 metres distance.
Yeah, they're out of play. You are allowed to open them, but if you've got to have 100 metres between the people using them, it kind of makes it a bit pointless and pretty difficult to manage. And some of our practice areas are pretty open to the public. So again, we just want to be doing the right thing, and at this stage, given that distance rule, we've just decided to lock them down. So we've roped them off, keep people out of them. So it's the way it is at the minute. But it's about exercise, and you can putting around the putting green's probably not that. But
it's tough, but it's 6 weeks, so let's just get all through it. So access point to the course, you've got to come up to the front of the entrance again. You've got to ring the doorbell, get in. Still got to sign in, Gary?
No, you don't have to sign in because they're all members. There is a sanitising station outside, so before you ring the doorbell you can do that. We're not letting carts in through the breezeway. Obviously we've got our new carpet, but we do give a key so they can go around, open the gate, get their cart in, shut the gate, take the key back. Yep, so don't drive your cart in at all, get the doorbell, let them know you've got a cart, go and get the key, go around the side, through the gate, then bring the key back for the next person. That'll be fantastic. So let's look after the new carpet. And it's 8 minutes. You can only turn up 8 minutes before you head off as well. And it's 1 person per cart. So if you bring your cart in, you own a cart, it's only you can be in a cart unless you live with the person. Alright, so keep that in mind. You won't be able to hire any equipment here, any carts, any pull buggies, anything like that. One on the cart, Mick. One in the cart, and you can only carry your own clubs or the clubs of the person you live with if you're sharing the cart. So you can't share the cart just for the clubs either.
Okay, that's another good one. There'll be no competitions or handicap cards or anything like that. So if you want to keep score, keep it on your phone, or I don't know.
We've actually done some temporary cards, Mick, just paper ones. If people want to know that, for their own sake, want to keep their score and do all that sort of stuff, but rather than use their good ones that aren't particularly cheap, we've just printed up a few with the index and both ladies and men's on the one. because we're actually only got a couple of boxes of cars left. We've got some on order, but we just thought that was a sensible thing to do.
We got something here. PGA coaching is allowed on a one-to-one basis in a non-contact, socially distanced setting.
Yep. So yeah, they can do some training. So if you want to do some coaching, you can. Obviously, that will open up for them the practice facility. But it can't be done indoors, and it effectively too, because it's a one-on-one, has closed Andrew Cartledge's academy down, which is a great pity, because he's going gangbusters. It's been terrific to see all the kids around. It's been great.
So I guess, you know, if you want to do some one-on-one coaching, bring the pro shop.
Yep.
See when you can get a time booked in, and you'll get out to the driving range.
Yeah.
The pro shop is open. All other areas of the clubhouse are closed, so just be aware of that. So, guys, ladies, just try and enjoy your golf for over the next 6 weeks, and let's try and get through this, and then just get back to some normal golfing days.
Yeah, too right, Mick. As you said, the clubhouse is closed. We've basically wrapped it up, turned everything off, shut everything down except for the pro shop end, and the toilets down there end are still open, and we've still got the cleaners coming in to do those. I guess the other thing to remember is the board have shut down the 7-day memberships now.
Yes.
So you know, we're just trying to give members a better go. We're going to see how the demand is on the course. And if it's not too high, and we can open up some slots for green fee players, we will look at doing that. I think the theory is, though, we would only take a booking a day in advance. Given we've got only 4 days up on the timesheets, if green fee players, if we do open it up, they'll have to book the day before at earliest, just to give the members a better go. But you know, the green fee and comp revenue was pretty important to us over the last few weeks, and it's now gone. So so as you say, clubhouse is closed. The only people effectively working are the guys on course. All of the rest of us are now on JobKeeper, and that's what we're getting. So I'll be in and out a bit, but most people know my number these days, so they'll be ringing. But that's the way it is. We're just trying to do the right thing, trying to keep the club for golf, and that's what it's all about. Open, and hopefully, you know, the next 6 weeks will see us through, and we'll be all back.
How does staff take the whole thing, guys? Like the whole
it's I guess this time was a bit easier, because when we shut down last time, JobKeeper wasn't certainty. We didn't know how it would work. We didn't know who would qualify. This time we know there's smaller payments coming up in September, and you know, fair to say they'd rather be at work. A lot of them. But with schools closed and all that sort of stuff, you know, some of them have got commitments. They really would find it pretty hard to be at work at the moment anyway. But no, it was the great uncertainty of the last shutdown was a big worry, and thankfully this time we're a bit more certain of who gets what and does whatever. We will be looking still at using some of our guys within those JobKeeper payments to help manage the pro shop process, and perhaps do some course marshalling, and we're going to see how Dave and the guys go over this weekend. We'll probably kick it off next weekend. But they're fully aware of that, and we've already got some rosters in place for that. But look, it is what it is, Mick.
That's right.
And we got together last night as a bit of a farewell, and to eat the food that was going to be thrown out at the end of the service last night, and we had a good chat about what's in store for the next 6 weeks, and made sure that everybody was knew to come and talk to me or whoever they wanted to talk to if things were not right. It was a good night to sort of kick off that 6 weeks, I think. And thank you to the board for letting us do it, because I think it meant a lot to them, and I've already passed the thanks on to Lisa on behalf of all the staff. So it was a hell of a better end than the first one. Mick, I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I suppose let's all just try and get through the 6 weeks, and look, any more updates come through, guys, you'll be right on top of it.
Yeah, we'll be firing them out. Yep.
So let's just keep an eye out for all the emails coming out and all that sort of thing, see if anything changes. There's changes going on all the time because people are sort of challenging the government in certain areas, so we just don't know how things might change over the next week even. So.
Mick, I got up to 500 unread emails this morning. Yeah, it's just, there's all sorts of people who you don't even, or organisations just trying to tell you the same thing or something different. You know, we've got a group of legals who give us some good advice. We obviously go through the PGA, and obviously the government directives are the key, but keeping on top of things is interesting, and we'll try to keep everybody as up to date as possible. Yeah,
great stuff. You're doing a good job, mate, so
good
we appreciate all that.
Yeah, you too, Mick.
See you soon.
Righto, take care. Thank you.